So one of the great features about using Google Forms is that you can work collaboratively with other people. Now, you don't have to give out your password in order for someone else to be able to work on the same form as you do. All you have to do is go up to where it says File at the top and click on Add Collaborators. Now, when you click on Add Collaborators, you're going to have several choices that you can do. The simplest and easiest thing to do is go ahead and just type in the person's name and or email into the Invite People box. So I'm going to invite myself. Now, once you get in to do that, on the side next to their name where you invite people, if you click on that, you can change the options. And sometimes the options down here are listed a little differently. So let's add a different account. So I can change the level of access I want to give the people that I add. I can make it so that they can edit. I can make it so that they can comment only. I can make it so that they can only view. Now, for forms, the only reason why you would give someone access is to allow them to edit. So you can just click on OK, and they'll send them off. And I'm skipping invitations because I already know I'm sending it to myself. So that's how you add someone. Click done. And now if I were to log in from a separate account, I would be able to come in here and actually edit items. Now, when you're editing items, only one person can edit a particular box or a field at a time. So if someone was typing in here at the top where the question title is, my collaborator could be typing down in here and someone else could be typing in answers on the bottom. So it makes it a lot easier if you're trying to divide the work up so that you don't have to type everything all by yourself. Now, if you want to get people to respond to this assignment, there's a couple ways that you can share it. And this is the important part, especially for us as teachers. If you're going to share it, you can send the form. Again, go back up to File, click Send, and now you have a couple of options. You can send via Google+, you can send it via your Facebook page, or you can send it out via Twitter. If none of these options work for you, you can come down in here in the send via email and start typing in people's email addresses. You can type in email address, you can type in just their name if they're already saved in your contact list, whatever works for you. You can include the form in the email itself, which then they can type directly in the email. They won't be taken to a separate web page. You can send yourself a copy, which I like to do because then I can make sure that if someone doesn't get it, their email might be typed in wrong or whatever, then I can just forward them the email that was sent to me. You can customize the message if you want. So from here, you can title it however you want, and you can write your message down here, just like as if you were writing an email. Now, if this is not what you want to do exactly, maybe you're going to send it through Instant Messenger or something like that, and you just need the link. Now, you can copy this entire link, but as you can see, the link is pretty darn long. So just by clicking this box here, it will shorten the link to something a little bit more manageable. So if you have to write it on the board, this makes it a lot easier. If you want, you can also embed the Google form in your web page. If you have a web page, then all you do is just simply copy all this. You can dictate the size by changing the numbers here, and then pasting that into your web page website. So after allowing people to collaborate with you on your Google form or sharing it out and trying to get responses, one of the things that you might run into is if someone submits the form too early or they forget to do something and they need to change their answers. Instead of having them resubmit an entire form, which can add to your reading, you can allow students and people to edit their responses. You simply do this by going to the bottom of your form, and the confirmation pages will pop up, and just clicking allow responders to edit responses after submitting. By simply doing this, you allow people to change their answers if they make a mistake, if for whatever reason they need to make edits, this gives them the opportunity to do so. You can also customize your confirmation page response to them. This is the default one. Your response has been recorded. But if you wanted to say something else, maybe your answers have been submitted. Results will be emailed at the end of the day. So if this was an assessment of some sort, they'd be able to get results of their assessment right away, and I would try to push it out to them before the end of the day. So that's what I'm going to write in my response to them in the confirmation page. There may be times that you don't want to be accepting answers anymore, and you can change a lot of these settings by going to the responses. Right now it's set to accepting responses, but I can close it and basically say, nope, sorry, I'm not accepting responses anymore. And so I have a little window right here. So this is great, once again, if you're doing assessments and you don't want students to just turn it in whenever. This feature has to be turned on and off manually. You can't set when it turns off and turns on. So there's that issue there. You can get a summary of responses. This will open up a separate web page. So if you're doing a survey, this is a great way to show some results of the survey. As you can see here, these are just some questions that I ask and so on and so forth from the Google form itself. You can also view responses. So by viewing responses, this is going to take you to the spreadsheet that Google Form creates for you. And any and all responses are stored in the spreadsheet. If you are planning on using this Google Form multiple times for different groups, different years, so on and so forth, you can change the response destination. So the first year it creates a form for you. Now you can create another spreadsheet and say 2015, 2016, chapter 1 test, and do it that way. You can unlink the form altogether, make it so it doesn't go to any spreadsheet. You can also do pre-filled stuff, but that's a little bit more advanced, so we're not going to talk about that right now. And if you are first creating something and you have some responses, then you can delete all those responses so that they are deleted from the form itself. So if you do change locations, it doesn't automatically add in all that previous data that you had in the form.